Good morning and welcome back to the Teacher's Wake-Up Call. I'm your host, Madame la Prof. I'm not here to talk very long. I just wanted to share some of my 3 biggest adjustments that I've had to do since arriving at my new school. And I think some people will relate to these adjustments because maybe they experience it themselves when they go to a new workplace. But for me, it's an adjustment, and I'm going to have to, I don't want to say reassess, but maybe review how I do things. My first biggest adjustment is the start time. And I know I've mentioned it in past videos, but I don't think I've clearly explained how much of an impact it's had on my routine that I've had for 5 years. And even before that, before I changed to my previous school, it was a routine that I had set. So this is like almost 20 years of a routine that, okay, well maybe not, 15 years since I moved out where I live right now. So my routine until this year was wake up at 10 to 5, workout, okay? I'm not there for the gains, I'm there to maintain, okay? So workout, prep my lunch, prep a breakfast to go, make sure my daughter is ready to go, and then head out around anywhere between 6:15 and 6:30. And it was either drop my daughter off at school or at the train station, or until like last year, drop her off at college, and then head on to work. And that was the routine that I had since 2009. So my body got used to that schedule. Now I'm saying to myself, okay, maybe I can go in a bit later. But here's the thing. It takes a long time to change something that it's been like ingrained in you. So I'm actually thinking about going back, because I've been trying for the last 2 weeks to wake up later, like maybe, I don't know, around 5:15, 5:20, work out, do the same thing, and it's not quite the same. When I go into work, I hit traffic, which was not part of my reality at the time at which I was normally leaving. Is this my new normal? Do I have to deal with traffic? And that brings me to number 2, the end time. So now I was very lucky and very blessed to be in a school last year that was an early finish school. So classes were done around 2:30, which meant on some days I was home by 3:15. Beautiful. I got to do chores. I got to do some prep that I didn't want to do at school. I did things, and it allowed me to complete some tasks that I would otherwise not have the time to do. Now I'm stuck in traffic. I'm not saying that I wasn't stuck in traffic before. But now if I'm leaving later in the morning and I'm leaving later in the afternoon, I'm stuck twice in traffic. And that is something that I'm having trouble to adjust to. And now, albeit I'm in traffic for maybe 20 minutes, 2 schools ago I was stuck in traffic for 2 hours. Small difference in the grand temporal scheme of things. 20 minutes versus 2 hours is a small difference. So I'm not too sure if this is something that I want to maintain. Should I be staying later at school and getting home later? Should I be coming to school later? And I don't know. I have to think about this because it is not something that I was expecting. So that's the second adjustment. The third adjustment is the daily schedule. Because it's a later start school, everything is later. And my internal rhythms, like when my stomach says, hey, time to have lunch, it's a bit askew. And once again, is it something that I want to maintain? Well, I can't do anything about the school schedule. That's how it is. But their lunch, at least the lunch that I'm assigned to, because there's a junior lunch and a senior lunch. The senior lunch is at 12, which fits more along the lines of my personal body rhythms. So that's good. But then the rest of the afternoon is odd because I got used to having 2 classes in the afternoon, and now it's 3. That is one of the huge, because even 2 schools ago we had 4 classes in the morning, and because I was a senior teacher, 4 classes in the morning and then 2 classes in the afternoon. So this is really different for me. It is not something that I'm accustomed to. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about the schedule. That's how it's been established. And that I will have to find a way to deal with. But I don't think, if I look at my schedule, it only happens once in the calendar cycle that I have 3 in a row in an afternoon. So I will plan accordingly. Crossword puzzles, anyone? So yeah. So those are my 3 biggest adjustments that are still ongoing. And if you think that I've been talking about it a lot, if you are easily affected by change and schedule changes and routine changes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, I'd like to know your secret. How do you do to cope? How do you do to cope? I'm not saying that it has upended my life. I'm not saying that at all. It's just I'm rethinking how I'm doing things, and is this a sustainable adjustment, especially for the first 2? Is this sustainable? I don't know. So on that lovely note, folks, have yourselves a lovely day.